A day at Nordhouse Dunes. Each day always starts with getting up. Except that in the little wilderness you can't just roll out of bed. At first, at best, you roll over to see where everything's at. And although you can kind of lift yourself, you can't really get up. You sleep on the ground in a little tent. That means you can only stretch one limb at a time and only a bit. A successful decoupling and release requires great gymnastics. The first order of the day is always fire and a food item if you got one. The trick to starting a fire is to start with tiny twigs that matches can light, and then you add bigger and bigger sticks. It is absolutely required that you do a little dance upon successful ignition. The second order of the day is adventure. So you set off immediately. Bring a day pack, water bottle. If you are not sure where you are headed, just follow the seagulls. In my case, there is this fantastic out-of-place bench right atop a dune. One of the odd things about it is that it is about a foot too high off the ground due to dune erosion. To get at top of it, you must hoist one knee and then kind of desperately roll into it with an intense expression of hard work. And you realize that you haven't done that since your terrible twos. Upon basking in the sun a bit, the next order of the day is troublemaking. On that particular day, I've noticed two weary travelers by the parking lot, sniffing the leaves of a tree that they were eagerly attempting to identify. I briskly walked up to them and said, "Oh my God, you guys, this is poison ivy. Don't touch that." One of the older ladies started making chicken noises at her friend, and I briskly waddled away. To my surprise, I discovered that this parking lot held a water pump. I had no idea. The fourth order of the day is the venerable search for a walking stick to continue the walkabout. This is no easy matter at Nordhouse, as you can't miss the "This is Bear County" posters printed in bold Comic Sans all over. Any venture into the woods could potentially result in a dangerous standoff between a snarling man and a beast. The fifth order of the day, at least for me, is fossil hunting. I have my collection right next to me as I write this. Though they all look like gibberish to me, some of those things are prehistoric. Fantastic. It is a long walk to my favorite spot, but it looks like a dune valley where you are surrounded by pretty tall dunes all around. And here I cheerfully waddle back with a pocket full of rocks. Back to my camp, I still searching for fossils. In the early afternoon, it is good time to set off for the local gas station. Here I usually grab a sausage and a couple of gallons of water, maybe a candy bar. And the day slowly nears getting some firewood, sharpening a stick for the sausage, and waiting for the sunset to come. At twilight, I prepare my audiobook for the evening and crawl back into my fluffy sleeping bag.